Hi everyone, thanks for joining me this week for this week's question and answer video. My name is David, I'm a life coach. For those of you who are new here, welcome, thank you for joining us. Ask questions. I'm here, I hope to provide some information to help you guys better understand your traumas, to help you feel better about them and hopefully not let this happen again. So I encourage you to ask questions, okay? Please go down below, ask any question you want, come back next Monday for the next video and see my answer, and let me know what you think, okay? And keep asking questions. Let me know if I missed your question or if I didn't understand it. If you don't understand me, just keep asking. Repetitive questions are good too. We all need to keep hearing this stuff, okay? So I recommend something every single week to help with healing from trauma. Better sleep, stuff for anxiety and depression and things like this. This week, I am going to recommend something that Jennifer from the United Kingdom recommended. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you. Jennifer says, I had my mom's weight issues leading to bulimia. I had her depression, self-hate. I gave it all back. A great book about this is by Beverly Engel or Engel. Don't know how to say her name. E-N-G-E-L. It helped me heal. Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer, for the recommendation. What I did is I found this book. Well, let me say I found the author on Amazon, as always, but I didn't know what book you recommended, and I see that she has written many, many books. So what I did is I picked one that's pretty popular that she wrote and one I think you might. I'm kind of guessing. But regardless, this seems like a good book. And if not, if I got it wrong, will you let us know, Jennifer, down below? And recommend the one that you said helped you out so much. So this one is by Beverly Engel or Engel, and it's called Escaping Emotional Abuse, Healing from the Shame You Don't Deserve. Kindle $9.99, audiobook for free, paperback $11.91. The link is down below in the description box if you guys are interested. Let us know what you think, okay? It's narrated. The audiobook is narrated by Stephanie Richardson. That helps. And here, I'll just read a little bit about the book. In The Emotionally Abused Woman, therapist Beverly Engel introduced the concept of emotional abuse, one of the most subtle yet devastating forms of abuse, worst, I think, within a relationship. Now Engel opposes the most destructive technique the abuser uses to break our spirit and gain control, and guides listeners on how to free themselves from the shame that can keep them from the life and the love they deserve, which we all do. You do, okay? Thank you, Jennifer. All right, first question, or first something, not so much questions, from Val. Hi, Val. Thanks for your reply. Oh, and if you guys could, please let us know your locations. Just tell us where you are. You can be general, okay? I kind of like that, so do a lot of other people. Thank you. Val says, thanks for your reply, however depressing it was. I'm sorry. Have a good week. Peace to you and to everybody. The earth, or everybody's messed up in one way or another. Well, I don't know, we use the term messed up, but problems, sure. The pandemic isolated all of us, especially those who are already alone. Yes, and it wasn't the pandemic so much as it was the restrictions. Who dates anymore? Anyway these days, David, don't assume, please, that everyone has been in a series of toxic relationships. Some have been sheltered, and toxic narcissists target the vulnerable. And absolutely, Val, that's true. I don't know if something I said made you believe, or something I said sounded like, or maybe I said, misspoke and said that most people have series of toxic relationships. But matter of fact, most people don't have any. Most people do not date people with narcissistic personality disorder. Most people do not have these emotionally neglectful and abusive relationships. Most don't, ever. So I don't think that, okay, Val? And I know I already told you that and you replied to me. And I agree with everything else you said, if that helps. Rory from Ohio. Hi, Rory. In the house, literally staying warm. My husband always said things were easier for me. What does that even mean? He said dieting was easier for me, exercising easier for me, pretty much everything was easier for me. Would this be considered a form of devaluing? Thank you so much for Monday's Q&As. You're welcome. Thank you, Rory. Always, so much. And form of devaluing, yes, himself. Self-pity. When you see someone with, and I mean expressing self-pity, they're telling you they can't do it. They truly believe they can't do it. You know, what is a child? I can't do it. Oh, the teacher hates me. I'm no good. I'm not strong enough. I'm not fast enough. They're quicker than me. You know, whatever it is. I'm stupid. You know, the mom is, I'm a bad mom. I can't do it. Instead of just mom just doing what she's supposed to do. Or, right? The employee that says, oh, it's too hard. Yeah, they can't do it. Your husband believes he can't do the things you do. He truly believes that. Okay? I wrote down here, you mean the covert poor me can't do anything myself because nobody taught me and I can't learn anything because I'm just a pathetic piece of crap that depends solely on you for everything and I don't want to ever change that. And you said, yes, that. Dubjacks33 Classic British Films from London. Hi. Thank you. I wish I could find the right words to say just how much I value what you do. It means a lot to me. You just did. Thank you very much. Thank you for telling me. Thanks for your support. I appreciate that very much. I appreciate you. And Anna Hutton from Buffalo, New York. Hello, Anna. I know Anna. David, how does one know when you are ready to date again? What about the sixth sense? Do you believe in this? Also, side note, you remember everything in my experience talking to you when you coached me to a good pat. You really helped me, and thank you for that. I will always remember what you told me. Thank you, Anna, for telling me. Do I believe? What about the sixth sense? Do you believe in this? I don't know. I think so. I want to. I don't know. Be more specific, Anna. But your question, how do you know when you're ready to date again? When you want to and not need to. And that takes self-awareness. That might be difficult to know. A lot of us have neurosis and problems that we believe that we can't fix and we can't accept about ourselves, and we believe others won't either, and we kind of sometimes, the people like this, we wait till somebody just accepts us and accepts our problems and neurosis and stuff like this, and we're kind of dependent on this, and we just wait till somebody does, and whoever comes along and will, great. Date again. We had a bad experience, so let's just stay with that bad experience, okay? And especially if we have a series of bad relationships, if we had a very long, toxic, tumultuous marriage we stayed in for too long and things like this. We need to feel better, obviously. We need to feel better, and we need to do that on our own, not in a relationship with somebody else. Let's be more self-sufficient and reliant and dependent and take care of ourselves, okay? Very important that we, that's just a real common problem and something we all need to be careful of and watch for and be aware of, that because toxic relationships are dependent. There's so much dependency in there. That's why we didn't leave. And so we may be looking for another one, a new one, without really figuring out how to take care of ourselves the right way. But we need to feel better. We need to heal from this. So when we meet somebody else, we don't need to talk about it. We don't even need to tell them. Eventually we can, of course, we're going to tell our husband and our wife eventually about some of these horrible experiences, but we don't need to tell them right away. Are we doing that? Are we meeting people? Are we still talking about it? That's PTSD, after weeks, months, years. So we feel better about it. We're at peace with it. We've accepted it. We've healed, but we've got to learn what went wrong, and we have to know what the problem was, what our part was, so we don't do it again. Okay? This isn't just someone tricked us, fooled us, lied to us, conned us, cheated on us, and we just didn't know, and once we found out, we ended it, and that was the only time we ever done it. Okay? So much to learn. So much to learn. Not just to identify toxic bad people, but who are we? In all of this experience and everything we're actually learning is to learn who we are. To learn what we need and what we want, and we're all different, and we need to know what that is, okay? And that's how we don't do this again, because really, I guess what I'm saying is we didn't really totally know who we are to be involved in committed relationships with toxic, sick people like this, okay? Thank you, Anna. Good to see you. I hope Buffalo's thaws out soon. Salema from France. Hi, Salema. I was connecting with time again. I am connecting with time again. I had time for nothing. All of my life with narcissists was a crazy race. I was living in a wild rush, like a fury building, nothing grasping an ungrasping wind. Now I can feel a deep change. In a day I managed to fulfill many meaningful acts. I live more peacefully with a better energy. But sometimes I have so much fear that a narcissist steals my time, steals my life. How can I protect my time and my life? Well, I always talk about being aware, self-awareness, but we need to be mindful of what we're doing, right? So commitments take time and space, don't they? Energy, right? Literally. We only have so much time and space. We have 24 hours in a day. We only have, our house is only so big, and we only have 2 hands, and right? Okay? So we can only make so many commitments. Okay, Salema? And you made a commitment to someone this sick and this disgusting, and that is going to take all of your space and time. A toxic narcissist is going to take all. They require and demand and expect all of your space, your time, your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, everything, and still not enough, okay? So that was the commitment that you made to do this. And when we make a big commitment, so say we have all of our space and time filled with commitments, right? I have to sleep, I have to get up and take care of my dog, and I have to go to work for 8 hours, and I have to, do laundry every week, and I have to, all these things, all these commitments that I make. And if I'm going to add a commitment now, most likely we might have to break another, okay? So we have to be very mindful of what we're doing, okay? And being self-aware of what we want and what we need and things like this helps us stay focused on what we're doing, okay? The more you're aware of how this happened, the less you'll be scared of it happening again, right? Because you'll understand it. Thank you, Salema. Let me know what you think and keep asking questions. Thank you. Lisa from Ireland. Hi, Lisa. Thank you, David, for your video. I always look forward to the Monday night question and answers video. Thank you very much for telling me and supporting these. Question: why do we become more aware of everything and everyone after narcissistic abuse? I don't mean in a bad way. I just also find myself being in a better place than I was months ago. Is this part of our healing journey? It's what it is. It is the healing journey. I'm also not bothered anymore in life. It's if somebody doesn't like me. I used to take it so personally, but these days I feel more carefree. Thanks again, David. Beautiful. Thank you, Lisa. I love your comments. Question. Is this part of our healing journey to be more self-aware of everything and everyone after narcissism? Yeah. Silent treatment, discard, breaking up, someone dying, relationships failing. All of this is a degree of loss, and loss forces us to look at ourselves. It's called introspection, something narcissists will not do. They'll stare at themselves in a mirror all day, but they won't look at themselves. What does that mean, huh? So it's what it forces us to do, to introspect, and it can hurt. It can hurt. We may not like what we see. It causes depression. That's why depression, comes after loss, typically. Okay? Situational. So it's good. I wrote down here, I think I answered you with a really great phrase that I really like, and sometimes it takes the people that cannot love us to enter our lives and teach us to love ourselves. Okay? To look at what's missing and to stop looking out there and to start looking in everybody else that we meet and know, and start looking inside. Okay? And hopefully it doesn't hurt too much. And if it does, we talk. Okay? And that's why we hire help, because it helps us so much do this and so much more than we may not be capable of doing. Honestly. Consciousness is on a spectrum. Nobody's really ever fully conscious. So people help us do that. Thank you, Lisa. Diana from Denmark. Hi, Diana. Thank you for this video. You are welcome. When you said that the toxic family may just hate each other after the scapegoat has left because they cannot handle their shame, it helped me understand that I was not the problem. Do you have any advice on how I can deal with the guilt of not talking to them. Yeah, and I want you to know, Diana, your parents and everybody else on this planet, everybody that mistreats you, hurts you, does something wrong to you is never your fault. We do have to protect ourselves, but it's not your fault. How can I deal with the guilt of not talking to them? How can I be okay with making mistakes and not feeling like everything is ruined after making a mistake? And how do I forgive myself for making my mistakes? And it's called acceptance, Diana, and it's called not judging, right? The opposite of judging is acceptance. We don't want to judge people. We accept them for who they are, and we don't want to judge ourselves. We accept us for who we are, and if there's something we don't like, we try to change it, okay? So guilt, typically guilt is healed or fixed, feels better, goes away by time, not shame. Guilt is I did something wrong, okay? And it doesn't matter what we do, it's how we feel about it. Remember, never matters what we do, it only matters how we feel about it. So Diane feels guilty for not talking to them. And I could say, well, Diane, you shouldn't. You don't need to. Screw them. No. That doesn't help Diana. It might help a little. It wouldn't help shame, but it'll help guilt. It can help some guilt. But really, Diane feels guilty. So Diane feels guilty. That's how Diane feels. And so it can take time, Diane. Diana, sorry. No, Diane. Diana, gosh, get glasses. Diana, it can take time. We talk, we tell somebody, we pay for the crime, right? We do the time for the crime, right? We get punished and we get grounded like a child. We sit in our room and we do our punishment, and then when the punishment's all over, okay, your grounding's all over, go out and play. Yay, I feel better. I did my crime. I tell someone I'm sorry. That helps. You can apologize. You can write a letter. I feel guilty for leaving you, and I'm sorry, but I'm still not going to talk to you. Okay? We have friends. Friends help guilt. Isn't that crazy? Friends. Just having friends. We don't even have to tell them. Having friends helps guilt. And talking, telling somebody, this might help a little bit. I hope it does. You don't owe anybody anything. You do owe yourself everything. Okay, Diana? So you are more important. You are number one most important person on this planet, because nobody else will think so. Okay? Nobody else will take care of you. Nobody else will do what you need, and that's to feel better. Nobody else can do that for you. So be mindful of what you're doing, okay? Write a letter. Write a letter and read it to somebody. Write a letter to them, read it to somebody, and then burn it. Throw it away. You don't even have to send it. Or send it. Like I said, time, friends, talking, apologizing, things like this help, okay? Learn from it. And I'm sorry that you feel this way, and I'm sorry for the loss of your family. And we need to accept this, and we need to accept how bad it feels, and we need to accept that it is loss. I don't care what your family does to you, what you think about them, anything. Good, bad people, it's loss. They're gone. They were in your life. They're gone. It's loss. And we accept this, and we begin grieving and talking about it and crying. Okay? If you need to cry, you don't have to cry. Good luck. Maria from Colombia. Hi, Maria. Question. I had to sell my house recently. Meanwhile, I've been staying at my brother's house with him and his girlfriend. I've noticed very quickly how manipulative she is, definitely within the narcissistic spectrum, as we all are. Now I'm noticing, you mean hi. Now I'm noticing that her real intentions are that she's after his money and house. She's been trying to make my brother and I fight or separate us without success so far. I don't know what is wise to do in this situation. My brother is so deluded and blinded that I would be the bad one if I talk to him. But on the other hand, I want to help in some way. Any ideas? Yes, and I'm sorry, Maria. I'm very sorry. So remember, Maria's number one. We take care of Maria first. So Maria, this feels bad, so we got to make it stop. That's what all you can do. This doesn't feel good. You don't like it. It's uncomfortable. It's your home where you live, and you need to make this stop, and you can't do anything to them. We'll get to the part, any ideas on how to help and help and help and help and help and help people that don't want your help, but I'll give you some ideas. So you first. All you can control is your environment, okay? As much as you can. If you don't like it, you go somewhere else. And that's my suggestion. If we're in a toxic, marriage like this, a relationship, we don't want to live with that. You can't. Don't. Get out, okay? Be very careful what you tell your brother. Be very careful of getting involved in their marriage, because this is their marriage and it's only between the two of them, and they have committed to each other and read their vows or whatever. So I suggest to get away and get out of there, Maria. That's the only way that you're going to feel better about all of this, okay? You can tell your brother anything you want. You know, I don't know what kind of relationship you have with your brother, Maria, and there's no rules. There's boundaries. He may feel uncomfortable. That's his boundaries, and may not want to talk about it with you, Maria, and then you have to accept it. That's all you can do, okay? You're not going to stop this. You're not going to stop this. Unfortunately, your brother needs to do this, obviously, because if he would stop this himself and say, whoa, all she cares about is my money and I'm done with her, then he didn't need to have this experience, but he's not, so he does. I wouldn't watch it. Let him know how it makes you feel. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to make a suggestion. Get help. Go to a counselor. Don't go to a marriage counselor. Go to a counselor for you and talk about your marriage to this counselor, because I think it's beyond marriage counseling. So sad. If you do move out and you end up losing him right now for a while, I'm sorry for your loss. And that may be what you have to do. That may be what is needed. And I use this reference a lot, and it's pretty extreme. But if you loved me, all of you watching, and I'm your brother or your boyfriend or your father or your son, and you really love me, how long could you sit and watch me do this? Imagine me doing it really hard. Bam, 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 bam. And you're like, please stop. I'm like, no, I can't. I don't want to. I don't like it. So he's hurt. He's hurting. She's hurting him. How long can you watch it? Human beings can't. We all have a limit. Okay? I'm sorry. Thank you for your question. Emma from Sweden. Just wanted to say hi, and I wish everybody a great day. Thank you, Emma. I wish you a beautiful day too. And Jennifer, hi David. Why is complete silence so painful for the narc? Well, one, I told you that's loss, and we start introspecting. But we, in these relationships, are dependent, okay? Why did we stay when it was so bad, right? Not just because the good parts wasn't so good. Anyways, but it's panic, right? It's panic, it's loss. We get scared. It starts making us on high alert, and it's the biggest stress we can ever have. Losing the people that we love and care about, and we're at 2. It's the biggest stress in the world. So we go into stress, and then we go on high alert, and all these bad, crazy-ass chemicals rush through our body that we need, that are good, and they help us be on high alert, but they cause depression, anxiety, and so does introspecting, and so does having somebing we're dependent on, and that raises those hormones for us, and then they're gone, and it doesn't anymore, and we're just, then we freak out, and we think we're going to lose this person. That's what they want. Break us down. And, the introspection, which I may have left out, may have not stressed enough, it makes us feel like we're the bad person, We started doing this as children, we still do. Our parents fight because I'm not good enough. They don't like each other and get a divorce because I suck. He left me because I'm not good enough, because I suck. He's going to go find somebody that is better than me. I mean, geez. That's worse than anything at work. That's worse than anything with a neighbor, or, it's the worst. It's the worst. Stress. And Jennifer, David, why is reacting to the narc so hard not to do? I just said, right? I hope I answered that one too. Let me know. But the more we know who we are, the less people can change us. Okay? And a big part of who we are our emotions. And we will react less emotionally the more mature and more emotionally intelligent and more self-aware we are. Okay? Very common, right? I used to react to people not liking me, people calling me names that I didn't even know. Now I don't care. I know who I am. It doesn't bother me. I don't react to it anymore. Okay? Emily from South Africa. Hi, Emily. How can I become more like myself? Well, who are you? That's the only way you can be more like yourself. What is that? Okay? I wrote here, Try to become more aware of what your needs and wants and feelings, values, and opinions are. Become more self-aware. Those are the major facets of who we are, okay? Know what we need, know what we want, our feelings, our values, and our opinions. And try to always express these in your choices, in your decisions, and how you treat others and interact with people. Always show this more and more and more. And I wrote a little hint: surround yourself with others that share the same values as you do. Okay? You wrote, and I don't have it here, what should I do with my time? You said, I don't want to watch as many YouTube videos right now. What should I do with my time? It doesn't matter what you do. It only matters how you feel about it. So what are some of the things that feel good that you do? What are some of the things you want to do? May not know yet. Figure that out, okay? I hope that doesn't frustrate you and others more. But I'm not going to tell you what to do. You can come clean my house. That was a joke. Okay. That's it, guys. Thank you, all of you, very, very much for all your questions, all your answers, and everything that you guys do to support this and keep it going. We just got to the 6-year mark. We just passed 6 years, guys. We've been doing this for 6 years. I got like 900 videos. Thank you, all of you, for watching them and supporting them and commenting, all of it. It's the only way that this can keep going, okay? So thank you for supporting me, and thank you for helping others by doing that. Thank you. Enjoy your week, guys, okay? Love yourself first, and I'll see you again later. Bye-bye.